Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I finally have my Wet n Wild makeup tutorial for you. I finally bought all the products that I've had my eye on and products that I wanted to try from the brand, and I'm ready to go. So I'm going to talk throughout the video so I can talk through what products that I'm using. I'm not going to chat too much now with you, we're just going to get straight into the video. So I've already moisturised my face, ready for my base. So I'm going to start off with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Face Primer, and it is the matte one. Some of my throat. Yeah, so I get quite oily skin, so I always go for matte products or I go for water-based products. The past couple of years, during the winter time, my skin does go quite dry without my moisturiser on, but at the moment it's not doing too bad, so we're going to stick with the matte products because that's all I got in Wet n Wild. So. Blood on my hand. I think that's from the cat. So it feels quite nice on the skin. It's made my skin feel really soft. I think it's quite a silicone based primer from the feel of it. So far so good. I definitely feel like it's mattified my face a bit, as it was quite shiny. I've got quite a few blotches. I've not long got out of the shower and I usually get really blotchy skin when I come out of the shower, but I have also just tidied up my brows a bit as well, so that's why they're all weird around there. So next up I'm going for is the Photo Focus foundation, and this is in the shade Soft Beige. We're going to open this up and see what it's like. Okay. That is a... Let me just check. So I'm not really sure if that's a... I'm really confused right now. If that was supposed to come off or if it was a screw. I've made this mistake before. Am I just being really dumb right now? So I'm going to just stick that back on, and we're just going to go with this. It's almost like a little paddle. I'm still really confused by this, but I take it you just blot it around the skin. That's what I'm going to do. So with this being the Photo Finish foundation, it's supposed to help with the white reflection that you get from when you take a photo, and it should prevent that, so I think that will do. I think I've got enough on my face. Do you? So I'm just going to use my Spectrum CO2 foundation brush, and I'm just going to try and decide whether that's a little bit too dark for my skin. It smells like something. I'm not quite sure what it is. At the moment, I'm not sure whether or not I've just gone and just put too much on. I think I'm going to switch it up and go for a good old beauty blender and see what I can do with that instead. not liking this so far. I just don't think it looks great on the skin. It's quite cakey, and I find that it's almost coming off a bit with the brush. It was definitely, the beauty blender was definitely pulling it off along this area. I'm really fussy with my foundations. I find a foundation that works for me and I tend to stick with it rather than trying anything new. And then I think when I do try something new, I just kind of find like there's flaws in it, but this is not looking good, guys. I'm not enjoying this foundation at all. So to me, that looks absolutely awful. I don't know what you can see in that camera, but what I'm seeing on here is not good at all. It's just coming off with my finger. That's just coming off on there. Doesn't feel too great on my forehead. Okay, so first impressions on that foundation, I just find that it hasn't really blended very well. It just looks really cakey on my skin. I definitely think I put a bit too much on it, and I think that this beauty blender has helped a bit with pulling some of it away, but that's not what the beauty blender is supposed to do. It's just supposed to blend it in and not take it off. I'd probably say it's more of a medium coverage, definitely not full coverage, as I can still see red blotches around my brows. I can see blotches on my cheek and around my nose area here. I'm gonna get onto the concealer, and this is the, again, Photo Focus concealer, and this is the shade Light Ivory. I'm not sure if I've showed you this in a previous video because I have used this before. That's the shade of it there. Definitely lighter. I think this has got quite a cool undertone to it. So I'll just put that around there. Stick some there for a bit of a highlight. Stick some on my nose and on my lids. I don't really tend to go for eyelid primers because I haven't really found one that's done any difference, made any difference. So I just tend to stick with the concealer and just use that as a primer and just to get the lid ready. Gotta say, I do quite like this concealer. I think it's got quite a good coverage. I do get pretty bad dark circles and bags under my eyes. And this one sure does help with that. That's the concealer and the foundation and the primer. Next up, I'm gonna go for the pressed powder, and this is in the shade Warm Light. So that's the shade there, as you can see. It's quite a light shade, this one. Looks pretty light. Just gonna set all that down. quite like that powder actually. I don't think it's lightened my face so much, but I think it's mattified my skin quite nicely. I don't know what you guys think, but it's got a really like soft texture to it. So yeah, I quite like that. I'll definitely use that again. It's made my skin feel really nice actually. It's really softened it. So I didn't get any blush and I also didn't get any bronzer. So I'm just gonna go in and just put them on for you, and then we're gonna come back. Okay, so I've bronzed and blushed my face, and I've also done a little something to my brows just to make them look a little bit more sculpted. I'm not brilliant at the whole brow sculpting, only because I'm not actually that keen on the look. So I've just filled them in like a tiny bit because I do have a few gaps in my eyebrows, and I do have quite light coloured eyebrows as well. So now I'm just going to go straight into the eyeshadow now. I went for the Rose in the Air eyeshadow palette. So it's got some really nice warm colours in there. This, I think I kind of want to use, I think I want to use these two shades here and mix it up a bit. I might even put a little bit of this one here. So I'm going to start off with this, the first transition shade here, which is the one at the top. So I'm just going to go straight into the crease here. And I'm just going to bring it almost like making my way up and out. This is one of my favourite like eyeshadow brushes to use, just because it really does get into the crease there. It's the Spectrum CO6 brush, and it's quite rounded, so it really can just get straight in that crease. I'm just going to do the one eye at a time, so the video doesn't actually end up being too long, because I do have a tendency to talk too much. This eyeshadow palette, I have actually used it a couple of times. Oh, I nearly had cramp then, guys. I so nearly had cramp. Oh, in both my legs. Yeah, this was in the first Wet n Wild package that I got. And that was a couple of months ago, so I've had it for a bit. I'm just gonna make it its way up towards the brow bone, and just making sure I'm blending it out enough. So I'm quite happy with that though. For the next one now, I'm actually going to pick that, it's like a lilac shade just there, and I'm also going to use a bit of the transition. I'm kind of going to mix them together a little bit and then just go straight in that crease. It almost just blends the two colours together quite nicely. Now I'm going to get another brush. I'm going to go with the Spectrum B04. That brush that I used before was actually my Morphe brush, and it's the M433. That is also one of my favourites. And another one is the Spectrum B04 brush. I've actually got two of those, and I've got one of the black and one of the pink and the blue ones, but the black one is a bit dirty, so I'm just going to go in with just this lilac shade on its own now, and just press that just over the top and the outside corner of the lid. If I had another colour on that brush then, it's coming out a bit pinky, but there isn't. It is coming out very pink rather than the lilac. I don't know if that's just how I can see it through that light. I'm going to go back in with my Morphe brush and just blend that a little bit more together. The key to getting a good shaded eyeshadow look is just to make sure you blend. You just got to blend, 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 blend. I'm going to go in with this brush. I'm not actually, it's a number 7 brush. Can you see there? Alright, and I'm going to go in now with this. It's like a burgundy, like a shimmery burgundy colour. And I'm going to put that just on the outer corner and up to the crease. Ooh, that's nice. I got fallout on the under eye. That's not good. So I'm just going to get this here. It's a clean brush and I'm just going to sweep it away. You gotta sweep it quick because you don't want that to set in. Whew. Maybe just give that a couple of dabs to get any fallout. You definitely don't need too much of that shade. It's really nicely pigmented. Right, I'm now going to go in with the really pale light colour there, and I'm just going to go and put that just on the inside corner there of the lid, just to lighten it up a little bit. I'm just going in with that lilac shade now, just on the eye, just on the under eye there. And then I'm going to go in with that burgundy, and I'm just going to do that just on the outside of the under eye. So, there's, like I said, there's a lot of fallout. I kind of wish that I'd now done the eyeshadow first. But like I said, I'm really happy with the eye look that's going on there. I'm gonna finish it off by going in with this shade here, this glittery, shimmery, golden kind of shade. Definitely going to tap that, and then I'm just going to go just on the inner corner of the eye. If you go for like a highlight kind of shade and just put it on the inside corner of the eye, it really does help to make your eyes pop, and it makes them appear to look bigger. And I'm also going to pop a bit there on the brow bone. I am now going to take the mascara, which is the Mega Slim Skinny Mascara in black. I haven't even opened this, as I'm sure you probably heard then. Definitely a really skinny brush going on there. That's tiny. I'm not usually too keen on those brushes, but we're gonna give it a go. I'm gonna use my little compact mirror for this one. Oh wow, it's so easy to use. Obviously with it being quite a small brush because it's so slim, not a lot of product is coming out on it. So I do think that this is going to take a couple of layers. What I do actually quite like about this mascara is because it's quite a thin brush, it's not really packing the product onto the eyelashes, which is really nice. So they look a bit more naturally black, and then like a more natural mascara look. I've got really pale, as I'm sure you can see on this eye, really pale lashes. So I have to wear mascara just to make my eyes stand out a little bit more. And putting this on, it actually makes it look really natural. So you can really control how much product you want on the eye with it, and that's what I quite like about this. You can really get to those little hairs as well. Nice, guys. Look at it, what do you think? I was actually going to put some fake lashes on at the end of this video, but I don't think I'm going to, because I'm actually preferring the lighter mascara look on there. Really, really nice. If this was a Benefit product with the Wet n Wild brush, this mascara would be amazing. If anybody that has any say in any kind of Benefit product, I love Benefit mascaras. They're like my absolute fave. Like, try a brush that's more amazing. So yeah, I'm really, really happy with that. I'm just gonna tidy it up a little bit. So next on the list is highlighter. I've actually got two highlighters. One I have never used, and that is the Mega Glow Hello Halo, and it's the liquid highlighter in the shade Gilded Glow. So that's that one there for you. Nice. And then this one here is the Mega Glow highlighting powder, and this is in the shade Precious Petals. Now this is my go-to highlighter at the moment, so hence the mess of the case. I've used it quite a bit, but that there is the shade, the highlight shade of it. I'm just gonna put some on my finger there for you. So I'm gonna place the powder highlighter on the one side, and then I'm going to place the Hello Halo highlighter on the other side. So I'm going to start off with the powder. And I'm going to pop that on this cheek here. Again, I'll just kind of like dab it onto the cheek. I think after mascara, this is probably one of my favourite things to do with a makeup look, and that is just to pop highlighter on. I always put it just on the tip of my nose and on my Cupid's bow as well, because it makes them pop. So that there is the powder highlighter, and that's the Precious Petals, and now I'm going to go in with the, I'm not sure, oh wow, look at the size of that dofer. Oh my god, that's massive. So popping that on there. Ooh, guys, look at it. That's a fair highlight. I don't really go for liquid highlights at all. They scare me actually. So I'm not sure about this one, but we're gonna give it a go, and we're just gonna shove a few dots there. But we're just gonna use the other end of this and just dab it in. We're just dabbing it in and blending it. So dabbing it and pulling it. Ooh, wow. That's actually not bad, guys. I like that. You can see it, it's really popping just by there. Definitely with a smaller beauty blender, I think that would blend a lot better. But I quite like that. For a liquid highlighter, not bad at all. I'm gonna go off camera again now, and I'm just gonna sort out this eye here, and then we're gonna come back and get into the whole lipstick part of things. Ooh. So, see you in a bit. Okay guys, so I've got both eyes finished. Now, my original plan was to go for a red lipstick, and it was either going to be this, which is the liquid catsuit, and the colour of this is Missy and Fierce. I'm just going to do a quick swatch of it there. The doe from the end of this is actually quite cool. It's almost got like a bit of a ridge on it. But yeah, I'm going to show you that one there. It's really nice. It's almost got like a bit of a pinky undertone to it. The second one is the Spotlight. It's just a lipstick. It's got nothing, no name or anything, but the shade of it is just Spotlight Red. That one has got an even more of like a pinky undertone to it. It doesn't look pink whatsoever on that there. Sorry, the scratches are for my cat, just so you know. He's very playful. And the third, so yeah, so I was gonna go for either one of those shades. I think I was pulling more towards the liquid catsuit. I have used this before, and it's really nice. The shade it's so deep and pigmented and red, and I love a red lipstick. But obviously with the eye look I've gone for, this was actually a lip product that I actually bought when I was down in Cardiff the other week, and this is a mauve. This is the Smooth Mauves, as you can see, and I'm just gonna get it out, put a little bit on there. So those are the three shades there. So I'm gonna use this one first. I have a tendency to go out of shot when I put lipstick on, so I'm going to do it with my little compact. The only thing is that I don't like about these is that it's just such a flat top on it. You can't really get any kind of It's very bright. I don't know if I'd say this was mauve, I'd say it was more pink. Just plain old pink. But I'm not liking that colour, I'm really not liking that shade at all. Again, I don't like the tip of that. You can't really get into the shape of it very well. It's not really a shade that I go for, and I just got quite disappointed with it because it's a bit brighter than I thought it was going to be. It's not too bad. So that's it for you guys. This is the finished look, and this is my Wet n Wild makeup tutorial video. Some of the highlights for me is I definitely love the eyeshadow palette. The shades of it are so nice. They're beautiful, especially the ones that I've used, including the lilac shade over here. The only problem is there's a lot of fallout that you get in the palette, and you also get quite a bit of fallout on the face, so I definitely just remember to tap that brush as soon as you hit the shadow. But definitely love that. Another one that I loved was the pressed powder. I felt like it left my skin feeling really soft, and even now it's still looking pretty matte. So I'm quite happy, and I'll definitely be using that again. Both of the highlighters, as I said, this highlighter here, which is the highlighting powder, is in my everyday makeup bag at the moment, and it's my everyday highlighter, so I'm in love with this. And also this is the liquid Hello Halo highlighter, and this actually surprised me because, like I said, I'm not a big fan of the liquid highlighters, but I've put that one on this side here, and then this one here is the powdered highlighter. So both of those are a definite, especially that one there is that's definitely edging towards it, which I'm not surprised about for me. The primer, I didn't think the primer was too bad. I'm not sure whether or not that had anything to do with how the foundation went onto my skin, but the foundation was definitely a no-no for me. Not my favourite product that I've used at all. The concealer, I like the concealer because I have actually been using that a couple of times before. This was in my everyday makeup bag for a couple of weeks. Oh, the surprise I forgot is the mascara. Again, like I've literally only just put the mascara on, so I don't know what it's like, say for instance, putting it on the start of the day and then seeing what it's like at the end of the day, but I'm actually going to use this tomorrow morning before I go to work, and I'm going to see how I get on with that. But I loved how slim the brush was on it, and you were definitely able to get right into the corners of the eyes there without the worry of stabbing yourself, which I've done many times and it hurts. But I love that it doesn't go heavy on the lashes, and it makes them look a bit more natural as well, which is something I like. I don't like the heavy product on the lashes where it just looks like you've just got too much on and you've completely caked it on. So that was definitely one of the standout favourites, was I think it's definitely those two for me, which is the highlighter and the mascara with a little bit of the eyeshadow thrown in there as well. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, please just remember to smash that thumbs up button just down below. Also, if you aren't subscribed to my channel, then please subscribe. Every subscriber helps, it really does, and I really do appreciate it. If you have any questions, then please just comment down below, or if you enjoyed the video, then please just let me know that you enjoyed it down below as well. Every comment helps, and it's nice to get the feedback. Follow me over on my Instagram if you aren't already, which is Holly, and that's with an IE, .rutter, and also head over to Twitter and follow me on there, which is Holly_makeup. And until next time, guys, take care.